Hey guys, I'm Robert Katz. Thanks for having me on Royal Strut.
Robert, you're a producer of so many films that we've come to know and enjoy. What do you think is the true role of a producer today?
Getting them financed, put together, and up and running.
What makes it so hard?
There's a lot that's changed in the last 15 years about the way films are made and financed. It used to be films where you'd have a great script, you'd get a director and some actors together, it would have an automatic foreign value, you'd pre-sell that and collect 60 to 80% of the cost of the movie out of your foreign pre-sale markets, leaving 20% to be recouped against the US domestic market. But those sales have been harder and harder to come by and lower numbers. So what's happened is you need more money out of the US and more equity than you ever needed before to fill the gap.
Where do you draw that line between commerce and art?
Well, I think everything has a message. Like I don't know that, if you're sitting in front of a film, whatever that film is, there's a message in there somewhere. Somebody created that film with a point of view. Whether it's about a Neil Moritz movie about fast cars and what it means to have a family, the message inherent underneath all that is family comes first. So there's still the message there, even though that's a super high-end commercial film. On the other side, I did a film with Mike Mills, who's an amazing director, who's way more artistic, and he made a film called Thumbsucker, which not a lot of people saw, but it was about the angst of a teenager who's looking to find himself in a world filled with prescription pills.
Robert, how do you see the industry changing with the development of the media, the internet? Things have changed so much in the last 10 years.
I can tell you a couple things that I'm aware of. We always go through these waves in motion pictures, in the business of motion pictures. For a while, the motion picture business was falling down a little bit, and then video hit. And now it's like, oh my gosh, there's a new revenue stream. And then video, people weren't happy with video anymore, and it kind of topped out, VHS, beta, whatever that was, and DVD came along, and then DVD was like huge on electronic sell-through, things like that. There's yet again another way to generate revenues for the studios that they didn't have before. So it makes it, in some ways, it gives us more opportunities to make more movies. On the other side, we're seeing this very pressing competition, often better than the films itself, in some of the stuff that we're seeing on Showtime, HBO, FX. We're seeing these amazing TV shows, amazing. Game of Thrones set the bar. Game of Thrones, I think their cost per episode is over $10 million.
Robert, what advice do you have for young filmmakers in today's environment of YouTube?
Oh. Photobomb! That handsome man is a very below average cinematographer.
Don't be like him.
Yeah, be a cinematographer like that guy, because he can just jump in and out of jobs. My advice is this. Being in the film business, being a producer, a writer, an actor, or director, or any of them, is not really a career choice, it's a life choice. You sacrifice so much of the rest of your life to do what we do. There's not much glamour in the film business except what's seen by the public when there's one night on a red carpet that looks like a lot of glamour, but really it's just a relief for everyone else that their film got distribution. And the rest of it is the struggle. Every single day it's a battle to try to tell the story you want to tell the way you want to tell it with the people you want to work with. It can rob you in so many ways of a normal life, because it's not 9 to 5. It's all the time. It's every day. It's meetings at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 17 hours a day on a set for months at a time. It's being on location and traveling. It's sometimes being very lonely, being away from all of your friends and your family for such a long period of time. And even though each film set becomes your own temporary family and you make great friends, it really is very challenging on the rest of your life outside of what you're doing inside that. So if you don't have passion and desire to do it, if you don't really want it, you should study math, or do something else or anything else, because there's a lot of other opportunities to have a wonderful career that may not absorb as much of your life as the demands of this type of business has on every single person who does it in one way or another.
Robert, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thanks so much, Royal Strut, for having me. It's been really fun.